Welcome to today's video. I've done all the work for you so you don't have to, sharing all the best pieces I found on Mango, H&M, Sezane, and COS for the month of April. So many gorgeous spring-summer pieces for you to enjoy. Everything is linked below. Let's get right into it. First up, let's do Mango because they're having a 30% off mid-season sale right now. And I'm pretty sure this will still be going on because I'm going to try to get this video up ASAP. But I could not help myself and add numerous things to my wish list because they have a lot of beautiful spring pieces. So let's get through them and I'll try and rapid fire it as quick as possible. First up, let's look at this linen vest with toggles. And this is a linen blend. I love the look of this. These toggle buttons here in the front. It's very Mandarin style. It's very, very in right now, but I love that this looks rather subtle. It is a tone on tone, so it's just kind of blending into the front and it's not looking too exaggerated or over the top. I've seen some items in this style that just feel a little too costume-ish to me, so I love that this is very subtle. It has this beautiful skirt that is a matching set, and it's a nice long midi skirt column style. Perfect for the season, nice light with a linen blend, and I just think it's lovely. Also comes in a couple of other colors like this vanilla and black too, if you want to just keep it minimal and chic, but all three colors I think are really sophisticated. The next thing that caught my eye is this pinstripe linen pant set, and this I think is really lovely. I love again that it's linen. Now let's see, is this a linen and cotton blend, which I think is fantastic. I love the silhouette of these trousers. They're wide leg. They look quite long. I love that beige, earthy, natural color, and this pinstripe is rather subtle. And this top too that goes along with it I think is really interesting. I like that it is short sleeve, but it still hides the top of your arm. Well, to be quite honest with you, I'm a little iffy about the little knot in the middle. I feel like it could be drawing attention there, but it's also doing a little bit of camouflaging and hiding as well. So you could kind of take it both ways if you like that detail or not. I thought perhaps maybe you could twist this around to the back and tie it in the back like a knot so you can cinch your waist and have it a little cleaner front. But I think those two knot handles are right here in the front, so it's not like you could pull them to the back. I'm a sucker for a matching set. Easy, throw it on and go. I couldn't resist adding the entire ensemble onto my wish list because I loved all of it, including the suede bag that she's holding. The shape is just so interesting. I love that it looks like the handle is big enough to throw over your shoulder, but you can also just carry it in the crook of your arm or just as a top handle. Suede, of course, I think is still really hot. May or may not be going out, but I still love it and I'll still wear it. So I think this is just a really chic piece. And then those wedge sandals I thought were really amazing. The wedge is coming into style, or it is in style right now, along with that thong detail. Both still very strong, very happening for spring, summer. I liked this black one. I just thought it was something easy, chic, and minimal that you could wear this season. And then I did come across another pair here, these leather wedge heel sandals that these are a little more of a slide rather than having the thong detail. These are a nice neutral, well, it says gray, but they kind of look more like a taupe. Yeah, like a taupey, beige, grayish. I thought it was neutral enough that you could match with a lot of things in your closet. And speaking of pinstripe, I found this other pinstripe outfit here. This is a linen suit blazer with belt and matching Bermuda shorts. And I loved the look of this too. It's light, airy, crisp and clean and just nice and sophisticated, minimal, great for a summer outfit. I love the belt in the middle of the blazer. I think that is really chic. The shorts, I feel like they're hitting the model a little too long. I prefer my Bermuda shorts to come up above my knee, just maybe 1 or 2 inches above. These might be a little too long for my taste, but I think that's an easy tailoring job that you could do or take it to the shop to do. The only thing, and maybe let's have a little debate about this, is I am not the biggest fan of the short sleeve. I'm seeing a lot of short sleeve blazers around on numerous sites that I've been shopping on. I think it's a thing for the spring, the short sleeve blazer, and I'm a little on the fence about it. I don't know if I like it or I don't. I think it's convenient and easy for the warm weather rather than pushing up your sleeves. It gives that spring summery vibe, which is fantastic. But I kind of feel like either go with a sleeveless vest or go with a full length blazer. I don't know, this kind of hitting me a little, I don't know. I'm not quite sure about it. So let's have a little debate in the comments below. Let me know if you like a short sleeve blazer like this, or just short sleeve blazers in general, or you need to have it either all the way or none. In any case, I think this is still a really fabulous piece to look at. I also came across this double-breasted linen jacket with a matching trouser. This is 100% linen. I loved this khaki green color. It's just one of my most favorite color options. I think it's really chic, and I find it to be a very sophisticated color. It does give a little bit of a utility vibe. I mean, it's just the natural nature of this color, but I really prefer this over like a utility camouflage, for example. I'd just rather go with an all solid khaki color. The pleated trousers look really incredible, a nice wide leg. They look to be high-waisted. And with the short little jacket, I just think it's a great pairing. Wear something simple like a t-shirt underneath, split the pieces apart. That's why I grabbed all these linen blend and linen matching sets here so far, because I think they're great to wear together and as separate pieces as well. It's just an easy way to build a wardrobe with pieces that you know match together and can be worn separately too. So I think that's really a great option. Speaking of matching set, I also came across this croc embossed bomber jacket, which I think has been on the site for quite a while. It still has a full stock here. I think it's probably left over from the winter. I think this croc jacket is gorgeous. Maybe it's a piece that you can purchase now and carry over to the fall season, because I'm pretty sure croc is not going anywhere. And of course, there's still plenty of time for you to wear it now, because I think many parts of the world are not quite hitting the hotter weather yet, so still plenty of time to enjoy it. And I just love the look of this. And then, well, wouldn't you believe that it also has a matching skirt that you could also get with it. And this pencil skirt, I think, is divine. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. It's a nice column style. It looks sleek. It looks very chic. This too is hitting the model at the knee, just below the knee, which when it comes to a skirt doesn't bother me as much as when it comes to a pair of shorts. I don't know, just call me funny in that way, but I think this helps kind of elongate your legs, versus I feel like the shorts could be a little cutting you off a little. That could just be entirely my opinion and completely far from anything logical, but that's just the way I think. For the most part, I think I like them better as separates than as together. I feel like it's probably a little too overwhelming to wear a matching top and bottom in croc. It might be a little much, so I love them, but I would probably keep them as separate items. I found another pinstriped item. This one is a pinstripe blazer with a belt in a navy color. I don't know, I'm just kind of drawn to pinstripes in general. I think it's just an elegant touch. It's a pattern without being over the top. I think it's rather sophisticated, especially when it's really light and very minimal. This comes with a gorgeous pair of trousers as an option as well. So great pieces to wear together or apart. The navy color is beautiful. I love cinching a blazer, so it's great that it comes with the belt. I'm thinking you can remove it and add your own as well. I find that because of my particular shape, I don't have much of a waistline. I kind of am really straight through here. There's not much differentiation, although it's quite minimal, but I do have really broad shoulders, so when I wear a blazer, I like to either wear it up and wear something tighter underneath to show my silhouette, or I need to have the blazer cinched in some way if I'm going to wear it closed, whether it's a fitted blazer that has a little bit of a peplum style, or comes in at the waist to nip you, or you're doing it with a belt that's attached or adding your own. I just feel like I need to cinch myself in when I'm closed. I don't like to feel boxy and big and shapeless when I have an item on me. So I need to always have some sort of way to show just a little bit of peek at my silhouette. So that's something I really loved about this blazer, is the option to belt it. And this is part of their selection items, which is just a little bit more of a higher tier for Mango. So the pieces are a little better made, nicer quality fabrics usually, like in this case, 77 viscose, 22 linen. You know, it's a little better than just plain old polyester. Of course, that's reflected in the price, but this suit is part of the 30% off sale, so I think that is wonderful, a great option to look at. And sticking with the blue family, I was also really drawn to this satin straight fit pants with this matching lace top. Again, you could easily just buy these separately, or if you prefer one piece over the other. But I thought this was really elegant, great for an evening out, great for a special occasion. If you wanted to wear something lovely to a wedding or a gathering, but you didn't want to wear a skirt, I think this is really lovely. It looks elevated, it looks very evening appropriate. This is viscose. I think viscose kind of wrinkles a little easily, so it might be something that you might not want to sit down in because you'll get a lot of the crotch wrinkles. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I do think it kind of wrinkles a little easier, so you have to be a little careful with that. But if you're wearing that blouse with it and covering the front, you won't have a problem with that. But I thought this was a stunning combination here. I also thought this was really darling, this polka dot cotton short with matching jacket set. This was just so sweet, I thought. I love the polka dots, that they're small and dainty. You know, I'm not the biggest polka dot fan, but when I do like the pattern, it's usually in a very small print like this. So this is fantastic. I thought the jacket just had this really cool chic vibe to it, a little bit of a funnel neck. It has, you know, the bomber style detail to it. It looks a little more also like a windbreaker style, you know, just kind of sporty, but then the polka dots give it a little bit of a feminine flair to it. So I really loved the look of that. And the shorts are darling as well. I think it looks really adorable together. The shorts, yes, they're quite short. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, might be a little self-conscious in something that short. If you're not really into the shorts, swap it out for a pair of denim or a skirt, anything, because I think that jacket just looks really, really cool. And speaking of jacket, I also found this really cool denim jacket with a belt. Now, I wouldn't have thought this looks like denim from the look of it initially, but between the color and the funnel neck and the belt in the bottom and just the overall shape of it, it just really caught my eye. I think if I'm gonna get a denim jacket for the season, it's gonna be this one because it just looks so incredible. I think honestly the whole ensemble really caught my eye. The balloon pants too are fantastic. Are they still available? Yes, they are still available. I'll link those below as well because that is just such a chic combination. I think it's also cool they styled her with a red heel. I love this. This is me to a T. I would definitely get this head to toe look. So loving how this looks. I also fell in love with these high-rise wide leg pants, and these look to have a very wide leg, almost palazzo style. I love the drape of them. They look really chic with that belt on and the top that matches with it. This is 100% viscose. So again, I think it might have a little bit of a wrinkling issue, but I'm not entirely sure. This sky blue color is just really stunning. I love that it is light, very soft. You know, cobalt blue is having a strong moment right now, but I think this just reads a little more softer, sweeter for the spring season. I mean, cobalt is really bold and strong, and so that really just depends on what your preference is, but I love this nice light natural color, and it just looks really earthy and soft and maybe a little bohemian, but in a subtle way. And then just to round off the Mango selection, I found this beautiful natural fiber shopping bag with metallic detail. I have beach vibes on the brain right now with the weather warming up, and I have a vacation coming soon next month, so I'm just definitely in holiday mode. This would be a perfect bag to throw your sunscreen and a couple of other knickknacks in and carry it out to the pool or the beach. Rather inexpensive at $89. This dark chocolate's really beautiful, but it also has a beige option, which also looks really fantastic. This really just looks like a nice sophisticated option for a beach bag. And then as far as necklaces are concerned, I really loved this beaded necklace. I think this is a great little statement piece to wear with just the simplest of outfits. Wear it with a white t-shirt and jeans, and you've just brightened up the whole outfit and made it something a little more interesting just with a fabulous necklace. So just something to throw in there to round off the mix of mango. Quick pause to ask, if you're enjoying this type of video, please subscribe for more content like this. Please give this video a big thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you're enjoying it, and share it with another girlfriend that loves these brands. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate every moment that you spend with me. Let's get back to the video. Next up is Sezane. I used to be madly in love with Sezane, and I loved all their feminine, floral, detailed tops, and I was really drawn to them, but my style is kind of minimalized over the years, and it's just not something I'm drawn to all that much anymore. However, I kind of feel like I'm going back in the circle now and just kind of finding myself being drawn to things that have a little more of a dainty feminine quality to them, but still keeping it sophisticated and minimal. So I had a look on the website and I found some beautiful tops that I think would just look like a great little statement piece that you can just wear with a simple pair of jeans or a skirt or shorts and just have a lovely feminine touch for the season. So let's get into some of these tops. Some of them are from their new drop, some of them might be older. It's all new to me because I honestly haven't shopped on the site for a while. This Dorit blouse I thought was really lovely. It's sleeveless, but I love that it has a high collar here. I love that it has just the daintiest little small appliques on it. It really reminds me of something that my mom used to make. It's just very nice and simple and just a little nostalgic for me. I love the simple lace detail. I love the elastic here that creates a little bit of a peplum. You don't have to tuck it in. It's going to camouflage your tummy. Wear it with some high-waisted pants. And I think this is beautiful. I think it comes in blue as well. Yes, this beautiful blue color. I think these are both lovely options. I'd almost even want to go for the blue over the white. I don't know if this blue is my color, but I'm just kind of drawn to these blues lately. This shirt also caught my eye. This is definitely outside of my comfort zone, but it's a top that old Maria used to wear. And I feel like I'm coming full circle because I love the look of this. It's the Ahmad shirt, and it's ecru color with florals and diamond embroidery. Now this looks like just a simple top. It's not overly floral. I like the colors, the brown and the sage green. The lace is rather light. I like that it has buttons. I like that it doesn't have a collar. The sleeves are a nice length. It looks like a lovely piece that you can tuck into jeans. I think she's wearing them with the wide leg or the 70s trousers here, both of which I think are also really cool. I had those on my list as well. Let's look at those really quick. But yeah, I think that's just a gorgeous, simple top. Definitely something that I am very drawn to. The trousers, yeah, I'm loving the wide leg trousers. These look like a really good silhouette. They look like they're hitting this model at her belly button, so they're probably, a mid to high rise. Nice long length. I like that they're a straight wide leg all the way down, so it just looks like a great silhouette. Only thing I'd call out is I think the pockets might look a little too small. I feel like the pockets could have been a little bigger. I don't know, I just feel like it's a little mismatched on the jean, but that's something that you'd have to try on and see for yourself if you like the placement and the look of them. And the denim shirt I think is really fantastic too. I believe it's the Max shirt, and I love the look of this, a deep blue color. I think a denim shirt is a perfect closet staple. I think everyone should have. I'm forever on the hunt for one. I have bought ones and returned them numerous times because I just don't find them to be perfect on me, but I'm still on the hunt for the best one, and this one looks like it's a really good option. Of course, the Max shirt is one of their staples that they have all the time. Getting back to the jeans for a second, the wide leg trousers also come in this great pistachio color, which really caught my eye. The colored denim is having a really hot moment for the season. I guess it's a bit of a micro trend. And if you want to experiment with a colored pair of denim, I thought this pistachio color would be great because it's subtle, it's earthy, it's light. It doesn't scream like, you know, color in your face in a very broad, bold way. It's rather subtle, and I think it would make a nice option for the season. If you wanted to dip your toe in that trend, but you're not quite sure how to approach it, I think that would be a great idea. Getting back to the tops, because that's what really caught my eye on this little Sezane hunt here. This Eva blouse I thought is really beautiful. It's ecru with yellow florals and embroidery. Again, you've got the lace embroidery, you've got the light touch of floral detail. It's very subtle. It's a beautiful top. This one just looks like a blouse. It doesn't have buttons or any detail. It's almost just like a elevated t-shirt style. And I loved the look of this, the coloring. Again, it's quite simple, feminine, easy to wear. You can feel elevated, but still really comfortable in it. It's not a really over-the-top piece, which I've seen a few on this website, which were like, whoa, okay, that's a lot. But this isn't one of them. This Jared top I thought was great. Nice piece for $80. It's cotton, off the shoulder, just a simple, easy. I always love an off the shoulder moment. I don't think this style is anything that goes in or out of style. I just think it's classic, feminine. Also comes in red, which is much more bolder. This looks like a tomato red to me, so depending if that's a color that you prefer, but the black I just think is really chic. And just wear it with jeans just like she has. Keep it simple, and it's a great option. And speaking of black, this Neil blouse, it's a Sezane collab with C New York. So I think this is from a couple of drops ago, but I loved this. I think this looks really feminine, beautiful. Again, I love that it cinches a little at the waist with just a little bit of a hem flutter there, which is really lovely. It's very smocked, so I think it's going to be rather fitted. It's a cotton blouse. It has 3/4 sleeves with a little bit of a flare at the sleeve. The 3/4 sleeves are also a little bit of a balloon style, very subtle, but it gives you that little bit of volume there that makes your waist look that much smaller. So I think that's a really great touch. Again, I'm just thinking of something really feminine and beautiful to wear with a simple pair of jeans, and that's what they have her styled wearing here, and I think it's perfect. Next up, let's look at the Anila shirt. Something about this really caught my eye. Maybe it was the striking raspberry color or the white embroidered detail that's on it. I mean, it's a very strong statement piece, but at the same time, it seems very wearable. I love the crop style. She's wearing it with high-waisted jeans. It has a little bit of a poofy sleeve, and it's 3/4, but just something about it just looks so, I don't know, I really caught my eye. It's probably something that I would put on and perhaps not feel like myself. I don't know. But I would wear it and love it anyway because it's just gorgeous. It also comes in ecru if you don't want that bold raspberry color. It's just a very gorgeous top as well, but it doesn't have that striking wow factor. So if you wanted to simplify it a little bit, I mean, this one is really gorgeous too, but I think for me, it was that raspberry color that was really drawing my eye because it just makes that detail pop, and it's just gorgeous. I was a little hard pressed to find trousers that I liked, and this is probably a long stemmed history that I've had with Sezane. If you're one of my OG subscribers and you remember my Sezane content from 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6 now, quite a while ago, you would remember that I always had trouble with, maybe you won't, but I always had trouble with trousers because I felt like their rise didn't really match my body very well. And I always had this uncomfortable kind of pulling at the crotch. And it wasn't a matter of the pants being too small or too big. It was just something about the rise. It just didn't match my body. So it's always been an ongoing struggle with me. I did manage to find some trousers over the years that did work for me. And one of them are the Mateo trousers. And I have them in the navy wool, which I absolutely love. So I saw these in the light taupe and I just thought they might be a great option. They're very long. They're 100%, are they 100% wool? Yeah, they're 100% wool. You know, they have a nice flat front detail here. It's very clean. And I just thought this taupe might be a great neutral that, you know, you could wear with so many things. So just to give you a pant option, I wanted to find something. Let's move over to H&M, and then I have just a few pieces from COS as well to round out the selections for today. Now H&M, of course, you know, what you see is what you get as far as the price, the material. If you love shopping on this site, then you know what you're in for, because the materials aren't the best selection and you know, the quality may not be fully there, but you know, we love H&M because it has trendy styles and really cool items that don't cost a fortune, and yeah, that's why we are drawn to it. So let's take a look. Starting with, would you believe, another linen blend suit. And this one is pinstripe. This one caught my eye. It's a beige pinstripe. I just loved the look of it. The trousers are a flat front, straight leg, linen blend dress pant. They look like they're short on this model, so I'm assuming they're cropped. I didn't notice that when I first tagged this item, but that doesn't look so bad. I don't mind that, and it's a great option for the season. And you could wear it with some thong kitten heels or just a pretty sandal, and you're good to go. It's part of their premium collection, so that is, again, a little bit of a elevated, more higher price point, or a little better quality for H&M. So it's definitely maybe the first place you should look at H&M, because they do have a great selection there. The pants seem to be running out of sizes, but the blazer still has a full stock. The blazer looks like it's a really great cut, just kind of a straight fit, one button. Very simple. This is a linen rayon blend. This color may or may not be something you gravitate to, but I think it's a beautiful linen, like earthy, natural color. Here's a blazer that caught my eye. Now, the collarless or no lapel blazers are also a little bit of a trend for this season. They're kind of always around, basically, but this one really caught my eye, of course, because it has the belt cinching it in the middle. Not crazy about the belt. I would probably change this out for my own. Sometimes, depending on the look, these braided belts can sometimes look really cheap. I mean, this doesn't look that bad in the picture, but maybe in person it may not be the best quality. But the blazer itself is a rayon polyester. I mean, again, we're not going to concern ourselves with that too much here. You know what you get when you're shopping on H&M. But I loved the collarless style of this. I think it's really chic. White is a great option. It's funny, they have it paired with some stark white, so you've got that kind of off-white with the stark white. To some people, that's a no when it comes to fashion styling. It's kind of a faux pas, but I mean, I don't mind the look of that. It just depends on what you prefer. This linen blend jacket with a scarf collar, oh my goodness, this is just absolutely stunning. It has a little bit of that technical windbreaker bomber style to it. Any of those three, I guess, but then it has this collar detail, and I just thought it was so chic. I love the look of this. You can tie it into a big bow or wrap it around your neck for more of a funnel neck. It's really interesting. I think it's a great piece for the season. It seems to have some shorts that are kind of a matching style to it. So I'll include those as well. They're a little, I mean, they're not that short, but yeah, this looks like a really chic pairing. Yeah, I really, really love this. I might actually need to add this to my cart. I do also love the pairing with the white satin dress that she's wearing with the lace. I'm curious if that's available. If it is, I'll link that below as well, because I love that contrast of something ultra feminine with something just really sporty, but then the jacket also has that feminine element with the big bow on it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Something I think would go really well with that jacket too are these balloon pants. It's very similar vibe to what I saw on Mango with the windbreaker style jacket with the balloon pants, or actually it was the denim jacket, which, yeah, I love that combination. But I thought these balloon pants were rather subtle. They don't look exaggerated. They have a drawstring, very nice, easy to wear. They come in a couple of different colors, like a khaki green and a light peachy pink. This is just such an easy pant. It gives a little bit of a nod to a trendy style without being, too much. Yeah, this is a great inexpensive option if you wanted to try this trend out. I think it's a really fun way to experiment. These linen blend pants caught my eye. They have the look of jeans, but they're obviously linen. They're linen blend, so cotton and linen, which I think is fantastic. This wide leg looks really cool. I love the look of that. And they are high-waisted, although I think they're rather low-slung on this model, but they are categorized as a high waist, so definitely worth trying on. These are great if you're on the hunt for some white pants for the season. They also come in this dark brown, but I've really got my eye on the white pair. So this is a fabulous pair that you can just wear throughout the season with pretty much anything. Couple of pairs of shoes. I love these kitten heel sandals. The thong style, of course, is very in. A great neutral color with this beige / kind of brownish color. It also comes in a khaki green, which I really, really love, and a black. So these are all three great options. They look like they're suede, but no, they're not. They're a faux. They're faux suede. I guess they're giving that look, but they're not the real thing. But I really love the chicness of them, and I need to replenish some shoes for the season because I'm still wearing some from last year and the year before, so I definitely need to refresh that part of my wardrobe. I couldn't resist these beautiful light dusty blue options, which I think would look great with some of the other items I've shown today in the blue category. Yeah, so okay, these are real suede. Leather sandals. Oh yeah, okay, so these are real, but I like the look of them, a nice flat option, and they come in a brown and a dark khaki green, all three great options as well. Beautiful things to take a look at, and of course everything is linked below. Let's take a quick look at COS. I only found a few items here that I added to my wish list, starting with these slim leg cropped pants. Now I love the silhouette of these. I love that they're cropped, black, simple. I always think of a simple black crop pants as something that's very Audrey Hepburn. I just have this iconic picture of her in my head that she was wearing cigarette pants like this, but I mean, they were even tighter, but you get the idea. So I always love the look of this. These unfortunately look a little short. I think they're only running at a 26 inseam, so I prefer them to hit me at my ankle. For me, I'm 5'7", that would be a 28 for me. So they're a little on the short side, just keep that in mind. Overall, I just love styling them exactly how this model is styled, with something loose and relaxed on top, and then maybe not these exact shoes, but more of like just a ballerina shoe. You can even wear a loafer or a backless loafer with this. I think it's just a really chic look, and a simple trouser if you're on the hunt for something like this. These long line tailored shorts also caught my eye. I just think long shorts like this, Bermuda shorts, are very stylish for this season. Again, I would probably take these up an inch or two if they're gonna hit me at the knee like this model. I think it's a little too choppy on the leg, so I like to show the knee a little bit. However, if you're self-conscious about that, then this might be perfect for you if you don't like showing your knees. I've been doing a lot of therapy on my knees as far as like putting a lot of vitamin C and even some of my tretinoin on my knees to try to smooth them out and make them look a little more youthful. And I think it's working, so I'm not as self-conscious about my knees as I used to be. But if you are and you want to hide them, then I think that's perfect. If you're going to opt for a longer short like this, do exactly as they've done with this model, where they are pairing her with an open-heeled sandal, like a slide or a mule, something that shows the back of the foot and kind of keeps that elongated line. If it is a mule and it's closed in the front, go for something pointed toe, so you add some elongation there, or opt for an open toe sandal like this one. Something that's just open and doesn't feel heavy on the foot, so you don't want anything cutting you off. Like, you don't want to put this with a pair of sneakers. That's just going to cover up your whole foot and make it look really heavy. I just think keeping the footwear really light when it comes to longer shorts like this really helps keep you from feeling like they're cutting you off too much. These satin wide leg pants also caught my eye on COS. This is continuing to be a trend for this season. The whole satin and lace thing is, still going really hot, and I liked the drape of these. I thought they were really interesting. I mean, yes, they are 100% polyester, unfortunately. You might not want to spend $129 for polyester. I like the drape of these. I thought look like they're very well done. They look, rather thick from the photograph. I'm not quite sure what they feel like or look like in real life. They also come in dark brown and navy, so I think they have some beautiful color selections here. I think satin pants will always be a very chic, sophisticated look. Whether or not they're trending, I think they're a beautiful find. Remember to check out the description box below for all these gorgeous spring-summer pieces that I shared with you today. Let me know in the comments below which brand you want to see me shop next. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet already. I've put my last shopping guide video up on the screen here for you to check out next. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you soon. Bye.